Auntie snidely accuses me of stressing my mom out. What does Auntie think she's doing when she just non-stop in my mom's ear about me, about her, while my mom's locked up in a mental hospital, mind you. But Auntie has even done it driving my mom home from the mental hospital before. Okay, I know it for a fact. I know when I was living with Bobby, Auntie called up my mom in the mental hospital and was screaming and yelling about me. What is she, she's the pot calling the kettle black. She stresses my mom out, and I know that for a fact. And all this conflict between me and Auntie has obviously stressed my mom out, but there was no way that it wasn't gonna be. When Auntie was in a, quote, generous, unquote, mood, she even admitted to me, she shouldn't have shut me out like that. And I have every right. I'm my mother's fucking daughter, I have every right. And nobody rational would say anything to the contrary. I had every right to question Auntie. I had every right to wonder what was going on and to insist on being treated with respect regarding my mother. Trouble's a very wise woman, and she said as much repeatedly. She did not like Auntie at all, and she never wavered in her opinion. And she was horrified when I was saying that Auntie and I were going to go out to karaoke and be pseudo friends and whatnot. But that was a much more pleasant relationship for all involved, I won't apologize for these recent events that transpired. Auntie ripped me a new one over me expressing genuine concern, justifiable concern for my mother. And expressing it in text, mind you. Not calling Auntie up on the phone screaming and yelling, not even screaming and yelling in text, just pointing things out. Auntie can have her own opinion. Auntie can be nonchalant. Auntie can resign herself to what she said to me before, that she thinks this is just going to be my mom's way from now on, and there's nothing we could do. Okay? And it won't matter if I'm living here or not, you fucking trolls, okay? I don't care. Study will say, only when you get close to the truth does this woman get upset. No. There's a lot of, when you talk about me and my life in general, there's a lot of things that I agree with my fucking trolls. Okay? I agree with them about a lot of things. But I know how much I do for my mom. So I'm going to try to move out. I'm in the process of moving out. And I'll continue to pay her bills online. I'll remind her to take her afternoon, if applicable. Hopefully she won't have to take afternoon meds, which that hasn't worked out this whole time that she's taken them. That was even before I was living here. Remember when I first moved in, she confessed to me she hadn't been taking her afternoon med for months and said, don't tell Auntie, She'd intentionally not been taking it because she didn't like it. She doesn't like to have to take afternoon meds, period. She can't remember to take them. She's on her own regarding Angel. Angel has all kinds of medication she has to take, and now we have all new food requirements. She's on her own with that. Let's see how well she handles that. I'll pay the bills. I'll remind her to take her afternoon and evening meds. And that's it. That's the best I could do, and I do not personally feel that she will be able to live on her own in the long run. That's how I feel. My trolls could say, oh, your mom was fine before you moved in there. Bullshit. Yes, she was, and things happened. She was fine, but she wasn't fine because she wound up in mental hospitals. I wasn't even living here 5 times in less than a year, okay? She has not been fine since she's been drugged up. She's heard Perlixin that she only had to take the one fucking drug, and it kept her stable for year after year after year ever since she retired, okay, from her long-time job, and then didn't have that to go to every day, and just getting older and whatnot. But I don't care. It's not good for anybody, and you're not going to change my opinion. It is not good for anybody to be on such a shitload of medication. And if she remains on this regimen she's in this fucking hospital where their motto is more, 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 where that the doctor's motto is more, more, more. Now, of course, the first time it wasn't more, more, more because it was the lithium, but she's toxic after all these years. These past years have taken a toll on her. The big thing was when her beloved, her sister, passed away in 2013, and that certainly can't be blamed on me, you know. And most, I believe, all experts would say you cannot cause somebody to be mentally ill. You can't, you know. She was breaking down when I wasn't even living here. But regardless, I'll move out. And, of course, Omar's coming with me. She was talking about me moving out and coming here with Omar every single... Yeah, that ain't happening. You can come visit me. I'm not taking Omar on public transportation, risking him to come visit you. You could come visit me, unless Omar and I move out of state. You guys who can't stand me don't see what I see. And what Auntie sees when she's not just being a fucking vindictive bitch, it's highly unlikely my mom's going to be able to live alone for very long, but let's see what happens. I'll continue to pay the bills online. They're all set up online, you know. And I'll remind her to take her meds. I'll do that for her. But other than that, she's on her own. And having an angel will be a huge responsibility. Because I'm the only reason, as far as I'm concerned, that she can even have Angel. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes, baby. See how that goes. Tired of my mom recognizes how much I do for her, so she'll be back to her own. She won't be eating healthy anymore. She won't be walking the way that she does. Who knows if she'll even be able to handle having Angel. And she won't have my companionship anymore. I know how much she appreciates me, but I'm sure she's as tired as I am of the family not not treating me with respect. You think she likes it that Auntie doesn't treat me with respect? Of course she doesn't. I treat Auntie with respect. So I'll move out, and hopefully everything will be fine with my mom. I'm tired of not being anyway. Fucking trolls think that you don't even have a clue in the universe everything I do for my mom. All the little things. Because you don't live here and you don't know. That's why Joe's disgusted with all of this. He knows how much I do for my mom. He's like, good, Auntie's going to behave that way. Let her handle all the little problems from now on. And I'm not allowing people, I'm not publicly posting any more comments. I haven't been doing it where anyone says anything regarding my relationship with my mom, or that I do nothing to help her, that she'd be better off without me. I'm not posting any of these comments. I know it's not true. I know it's not true. It has nothing to do with Stoney. It's that, oh, if you get close to the truth, she gets upset. When it comes to my mom, I know what you say is not the truth. That's it. I don't care. I know it's not the truth. I know just how much I do for my mom. And obviously it's true that I've needed her too. And especially back, of course, I needed her way more than she needed me. Back then, she's 70 years old, and nowadays, you know, it's the other way around. I don't feel that she'll be able to live alone, but hey, whatever. Auntie thinks my mom will be fine living alone, or Auntie pretends to think my mom will be fine living alone just out of vindictiveness towards me. She'll say shit like that. Meanwhile, she told me she doesn't even know. I know what Auntie's told me. I know what Auntie really thinks regarding my mom. And I know Auntie knows that my mom can't live alone. But Auntie doesn't care. She's going to be a little vindictive bitch and whatever, and drive me away. So, there you have it. If things had worked out good with Bobby like they were supposed to, I would have never moved back here. And my lesson learned from Bobby is you don't ever do something like that. If there's a landlord, you go directly through the landlord. You don't allow anyone to sublease unless you have personally spoken with the landlord and gotten it in writing that it's okay. So, lesson learned, it won't happen again. I had no idea. I thought if I move in with someone and I'm paying my rent every month, that's my home. Oh, shoot me. I don't know everything, far from it. Especially someone who's good friends, you know, from work, told me that he cannot afford to pay that rent. It's a lot. I knew it was a lot, and he needed somebody because he, you know, says it's all just bullshit. So it wasn't bullshit that he couldn't afford to pay the rent. It's bullshit in the end. The landlord knew I was there. He pretended in the end. He's a fucking asshole prick. That's all. But up until all that happened, I enjoyed living there with Omar and being on my own and whatnot. So proves I'm capable of doing it. And even if I'm not, at this point, which I know I'm capable of working with others, you know, in any kind of environment where I'm working with others, I'm certainly capable of supplementing my income by doing something online. Could also get my own phone line because I can't afford to have my own place, probably have rent, I don't know. And I could also do phone sex part-time again. So I have other options besides living here with my mom. But I do know that me living here with my mom benefited her greatly. And I won't be reading any comments from my enemies, so you can post all you want, you can say all you want against me. They won't be public. I won't be reading them, let alone publicly posting them. Not when it comes to that, because I know the truth. And when Auntie's not being a vindictive bitch, Auntie knows the truth all too well. She knows. I have texts from her where she... I have texts from her that proves beyond any shadow of any doubt that when it comes to my mom living here all by herself, Auntie knows the goddamn fucking truth, and that's all I'm going to say in the matter.